there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's do since we have a new person here. Let's do a quick intro, starting with
Kay Buckles, volunteer.
Great.
John Glinski, volunteer, Rotary, Sheridan Revitalization.
Board member of Sheridan Revitalization.
Oh boy, sergeant or whatever.
Sergeant.
Don't be wagging your head down there. And I'm on the Royal Mine 4th of July.
Oh,
fireworks.
nice.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
You go get it.
Okay, great.
And I'm Russ Renda.
But Russ is doing sound for Hometown Days.
Yeah.
That's why Russ is here.
Yep. Oh, great.
Just thought I'd add
he's
that.
the man.
That's Russ. Yes. Russ Renda.
Cool.
Dorothea Lee, Revitalization, Churches United, Chamber of Commerce, volunteer.
Yay.
John Hebert, President, Sheridan Museum of History.
Matt Higgins.
Yes.
Everybody
Extraordinary.
knows.
Everything. Just say everything.
Running hometown.
It all. Yeah.
That takes too long to go through it.
Yeah, I did.
I'm Ashton Sanders, the vice president and filling in for secretary, who is here on the phone.
Great.
Jason, you want to introduce?
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah.
Electronics night time.
TK Wydro, or TK, and president of Revitalization.
Jonah Lee, blogger for West Valley Transparency.
Okay, Jen Collender, just attending some of these meetings and volunteering at the With Way to Happiness.
Cool.
That's it.
Ann Meyer, I'm the treasurer for the Revitalization Group.
Cool. Awesome. Okay.
Sorry, what's her name again?
Janet?
Yes, Janet.
Yeah.
Volunteer.
I was gonna say, I think you know my name.
I know.
Uh-oh. That would be a problem.
Or,
Okay, great. Board, have you reviewed the minutes for May?
Yep.
I think they're fine. I'll make
Yep.
a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, I'll second. Yeah, good. All those in favor? Great, doing it? Nope, good. Passes. Action items. And last one? We're getting through these really
Action
quickly
items,
so
yeah.
we can get to the main thing.
So last week we deferred to reaching out to Natalie to ask what's needed to ready the mural.
I've reached out, have not heard back.
I heard back from
Oh,
her.
did you?
I mildly harassed her.
Oh, okay.
And I said, is there any way, any way? And she said, oh, really busy, but she said she's gonna look at it. So if
Okay.
you wanna reach out to her again,
I did just like 2 days ago.
okay.
Okay. So I'll just keep doing.
Yeah, just say, we would really like it done, and there's a nice stretch of
Warm
Sunny.
weather. Yeah.
warm, sunny weather. We'd really like it done before Hometown Days.
I'll-
It would like be really amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
I will follow up.
We'll
Yes,
give her a free beer.
Free Italian soda or beer, depending.
Yeah,
on
or
your-
whatever she
Whatever
wants.
her-
Yeah.
or product.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
TK.
A hot dog, yeah.
This looks like these are all done ones. I'm sorry. Those are the done ones from last week. Here's for this week. And to reach out, yep, that was done. TK to email Heidi about speaking with Benny and Kiwis. TK to reach out to Gary
Nope.
Brooks. TK to add Laura to
Yes.
the conversations with Susan about Sea Reach.
Yes.
Any progress on that?
We were planning a meeting, it didn't happen, but I had a really great meeting, really good meeting right before this that I will very briefly talk about.
Now or after the end?
I can say it now. So I met with the mayor, George, with Heidi, the city manager, with John, the chamber president, and myself. And we had a really great meeting about economic development in the downtown area. And a couple of the ideas are that, which Heidi and I talked about before, there is a large grant that is available relatively soon for the city jointly with revitalization, I believe, to apply for, which would basically be to create a downtown plan. Like you hire a company that
Master
comes,
plan.
master plan that creates a master plan, kind of a vision for the downtown area, like color scheme, branding, like survey information, that kind of thing, to get a cohesive plan, which we've really needed with revitalization, because when we're trying to do grants and that kind of stuff, it would be really great to say, these are the color schemes that you can pick from. Let's not do fluorescent green. Let's, like do something that like brings the core, a palette, like a nice color palette and all of that. So there's lots of different reasons why this can be beneficial to not only the current businesses, but also future businesses, pulling in new businesses, that kind of thing. To that, the next step to try and get that done would be having a, what is it called? Not a town hall, but a community gathering meeting. I forgot what the last one that we had, which was at the maybe 5 years ago. I don't know if that's correct. Remember the big, huge meeting that we had at the Monroe, where we had like 60 to 80 people there? It was really great, and the whole idea was to get the community involved and a conversation going on what they would like to see, and we invited other groups. This is the same idea, to invite all the nonprofits, to have the city there, to any of the groups that are involved in the town to come, and they could present, this is the concept, but it's not necessarily fleshed out. Present for like 10 minutes each, be able to have a dialogue, because the city council meetings are not designed for dialogue, which makes it rough when people want to get their questions answered, want to have a dialogue. So this would be set up to be able to have that dialogue, and because it's also like the city council doesn't necessarily know everything. There's all these other groups that have their hands in all these different things. So you have all the nonprofits represented. They do the presentation, they take questions, and then at the end, this is Heidi's idea, which I think is a great idea, we all have tables. And at the end, there's like a half an hour where people can go browse all the tables, get more detailed information, sign up to be like volunteers. Yeah, exactly. And this fulfills part of the thing that we would need for the grant, which we would need the community involvement survey.
What you're talking about.
Well, the purpose is twofold. The purpose is we really need this anyway. Like, we need to get the community tracking with what's going on. Like, there's a lot of ideas, a lot of plans, a lot of things that are midway. So it might look like nothing is happening, but there's actually, like, you could walk by the waterfront here and think nothing is happening, but there's actually a lot that's going on behind the scenes that might be slow moving, because there's a bunch of different reasons why it might be slow moving, but there's actually stuff that's happening. There's actually plans going on, there's grants being written, there's that kind of stuff, but there's not one place they can get this information. So the idea is for this community gathering that they could get the community gets behind the idea, and that also at the end, we give them a survey.
Like
They
a
can fill
nonprofit
out.
forum.
Yeah, so it's all like and the survey would be to get more information about what the community would like to see, and ask various questions. But that would allow us to, one,
Is
all
there
of us.
gonna be food?
I'm sure.
Always.
Because if you
That's-
feed them,
They'll
they'll
come.
come.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
If you
No.
feed them, they will come.
That's what I'm talking about, that's why there needs to be food there.
So the next idea is to,
You
We're
schedule that first?
no. So what we're gonna do is first have a meeting, a pre-meeting with all of the groups to flesh out this idea a little bit more, to get their agreement, and then to set the date. The idea being the date that we talked about for this pre-meeting would be July 11th, Thursday, July 11th at 6 o'clock. And the idea for the community meeting would be for August. So we'd have a couple of months to really heavily promote it, to make sure all the nonprofits are promoting it to their people, to really, really, really promote it. And we would hold it at a very neutral location, like the old gym or the cafeteria at the school, that kind of thing, so that we can fill it, just like a lot of people attend. So anyway, that's the idea. We're all really excited about it. We feel like the community needs to have a way to ask these questions in a productive manner, not on social media where it's not very productive, but in a productive manner where they can actually find out the information from the group that's doing something about it. And a really exciting idea. I mean, all of them are excited, but I'm really excited about this particular. We talked about the nonprofits having a listserv, which is like a email. How do you describe that?
What's a list?
It's like when you you say, I want to be part of this email thread, and you email to, I think Hometown Days has that.
It's an email list management.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. So, I have that for Oregon Main Street, so any of the, people that are running the Oregon Main Street groups within their town are on this listserv, so if anyone has a question like, who's done hanging flower baskets? They do that, it goes out to everyone, and then they get a whole bunch of responses. Sometimes not as many, but sometimes you get a lot. So the idea is, we have this active listserv among all of the different groups, and then if, it could be like, yeah, so it could be like, okay, great, well, we're going after trying to get this kind of grant, can we get this kind of support?
You email or text.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
yeah, so the idea is, we are all somewhat working towards a better Sheridan.
It's just a way to get communication.
It's a way to get in communication without adding it, because first I was like, let's have another meeting, and then I'm like, oh, let's not have another meeting. But this is like, if someone has an idea, if they want to do a grant, if they need more support, if it, like, it's not, they don't have to bounce around 20 different people, they just do it on this one thing. So that's another idea. Anyway, so it was a really great meeting, we're very excited, and so we're gonna start promoting this pre-meeting to make sure that we reach out to every possible group, that we're not missing any of the groups, and I'll probably talk about this at the next meeting to make sure that we go over the list, so we're not missing any groups for this.
For that one.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
And noted that we'll talk about that more next meeting.
Yeah.
Great.
Anything else?
Other action items, Lucy, to follow up on the wayfinding project for pre-COVID with City Council?
We asked that, I don't know if it went anywhere.
Yes, because you called in that cast and then
Yeah,
you
I did.
verbally called in, which was very good. And I think she was gonna check with the Sea Reach lady, although I don't know why. I'm trying to think of a better thing than a, no offense. I mean, I like our farmers, but something better than, tractor.
And it might be that this is something that's part of, if we get that grant, the vision.
Because that is the part of the wayfinding.
Yeah.
Having those
And-
meetings
and-
with you.
Sea Reach is, Susan from Sea Reach and, is working with some of her people to do a downtown survey and to start working on this project.
For Sheridan.
Yeah, for Sheridan.
Great.
We just haven't gotten a meeting scheduled to get that done, but it's been talked
And
about.
I was talking to Colt about the signs on the end of the street. And I was telling him it would be kind of neat if he could kind of help me put something together, because we almost need to kind of feed a dream to get it started.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him, maybe not so much about the bridge as the water and the pond and the fish.
Yeah.
I think the fish in Sheridan and the waterfront and the riverfront part, I think that, just the water and the sea breeze. And so I have been trying to get an idea from him without, having to pay
Yeah.
for it.
And,
So, but you know what I mean? I didn't want him to do something really elaborate.
but it is
just-
something we still want to do.
Yeah.
So we just need to figure out if there's any loose ends on there we can keep carrying on, or if we're starting from scratch.
Okay,
right?
good, yeah.
Okay, Jason to send comment form to City Council meeting on Monday, was that about the
Yes,
same thing?
that's it.
Okay, great. And then made a website for the Yard of the Month thing.
Yeah, and
So
that's launched.
That's launched and
Have-
live.
Do we have any?
Oh, well, that's the next question. I didn't think any farther beyond trying to get it in the bulletin board, which took a couple weeks.
Yeah,
This
this is for the Yard of the Month. Revitalization is running.
and it was in
Yeah,
last week's
Yeah.
paper. I haven't seen this week's, and I gotta be sure to email them and tell them to put it in next week again. I haven't checked with them to see if anybody's come into the
checking right
office.
now, yeah.
Oh, you're
I'm just texting Stacy right now.
Yes, great. I haven't gone into the office to see if anyone's filled out a form there, but I never thought beyond that as to if somebody fills out online, do you see that
I'll
first?
check it right now.
And then you can pass the information on to me?
I believe I set it up to go directly to you.
I think you did.
Oh.
I think you did for the three of us. Yeah. Okay, I'll let
So
you know.
go
if
to my
she responds.
email.
We have 2 submissions.
Oh,
Yay!
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make sure they get sent over to you.
okay, good, and I'll drive by and see if their yard's full of garbage or what.
And I did check the mailbox right before I came in case anybody had mailed any submissions, and nothing has
Nothing
shown
yet.
up in the
And
mailbox.
this is what I will
Nice.
get in their yard.
Nice.
Great.
Maybe we can buy them like a flower they can plant or something like that.
Yeah. Well, and I definitely think there should be, if they want to have their picture in the bulletin board, there should be a picture of their front yard with this sign, and if they want to be in it too, in the bulletin board,
Yeah.
pure recognition.
I think it'd be really fun, and board, you can disagree with me, but I think it'd be really fun if maybe we can go to the mercantile and get, like, if they have like a plant or something that we can give to
Give
them.
them, this is your
Yeah.
reward for being such a good.
Or a gift
neighbor.
certificate to the mercantile.
Hey, that might be
That's
even
also a
better.
good idea. Yeah, I like that idea. Maybe like a
That's a
$50.
better
Yeah. Board, do we all agree 50 sounds like a good?
25.
25?
I
Going
think so.
once, no.
Okay, I'm good with either.
I second 25.
Okay, approved.
Okay.
We're all good for it. Okay, great. Stacy said I haven't seen anything, but really haven't been there much. I'll check with John and Nicole, so I'll let you know.
Check in with the call now.
Okay, great. Perfect. Good stuff. Okay, anything else?
That was it.
Okay, treasury report, anything to report?
Bank balance, 14,231.68. We have about $500-ish of outstanding bills.
Okay. Is that the check you just?
Yeah.
Okay, great. We are jumping into the beer garden. So this is the big thing that we're gonna be talking about, beer garden.
Jumping in with both feet.
Yes, we're jumping into beer.
For people who don't drink.
There is a lot,
Root beer.
yeah. Well, we're gonna have a 10 cents.
Sure.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's not root beer though.
It's not.
I'm teasing you.
It's a good thing you're free.
Thank you. Thanks, Matt.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Appreciate it. Good
Okay. So, where do we wanna jump in? So much watching.
Start with setup.
Okay, setup. When do we want to start?
So my question is, so I got the chairs and the tables, but
We have tables?
Yeah.
Oh, where'd you get tables from?
food bank.
Food bank. That was in the
How
email.
did I miss that?
I don't know.
That's great. You are the hero.
Thank you.
I thought-
So I don't
get the
know,
email.
do we want to bring them like Friday night and
know.
put them in the mercantile? Because I don't think we want to do it Saturday morning, right?
Well, I mean, it starts
And
at 11.
I'll need some, like, a truck,
Yeah, we're gonna need a truck.
and the sheriffs from Delphi will, that's gonna be, but that'll be might need to be 2 loads, might all. fit
I
in
have
one.
my car, my SUV. I mean, I can't put
I
a
don't
huge
know.
amount.
Can you hear us, Jay?
If we get 50 or 60 chairs, that's a lot of those.
And
Those
Where are they right now?
They're in the pump house, though,
Where
Yeah.
is the pump house?
down by the pond there.
We're gonna need can we get there by truck?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, it's not trouble getting there, it's just,
Yeah, we would
I
just
think
need.
a pickup would be a lot easier than
Oh,
trying to
okay.
put it in the car.
Good.
Oh,
Then
no,
I'll-
definitely pickups.
Okay.
I'm assuming we need 2 pickups. Are
Yeah,
you?
we probably do, yeah, Jason and you, right?
Yeah.
I would assume.
And
Jason
then,
can get the,
As I say, if we do it Friday, I can do it, I have a pickup, or my husband has a truck, but I can steal it.
yeah,
If we do it Friday.
Okay.
well, I think, I'm kind of, I don't know, I guess we have to
Yes.
talk to,
we just need a place to deposit it.
what's her first name?
Lisa.
Matt?
Yeah,
Lisa.
Alicia.
Yeah, they should.
Why don't the trucks get loaded up on Friday and then just left in the truck and then just dropped off on Saturday morning? Does that work?
Sure.
Are they okay if you rained on?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
can't
really
do
gonna
Saturday
rain?
morning,
No, of course not.
unless it's before.
It's Oregon though, so yes.
It's in a rain,
So,
It's
so
2 weeks
can
away.
Jason do it?
Hey,
Yeah,
you guys not.
I just wondered about I haven't got shade. one since May.
We gotta figure out the
we're getting there in a
taxi.
second.
We
We'll
have
get there in a
to.
second.
Okay, all right.
Cheers, but the setup, we do need to ask, I'm making an action note, who is this? Someone needs to send, we need
Alicia?
to talk to Alicia and make sure we can leave
Who
stuff
has
there.
her
If maybe
contact,
we can
who
put
has her
stuff.
contact
I
information?
can call.
Let's just do it right now.
I can text her.
I say, if we could just leave it in the caged area, Matt?
Huh?
If we could leave the tables in the caged area,
And the
that she
chairs.
locks it up, then,
You'd have to have it out before 9 o'clock though.
well, yeah,
Because they open, they want you to still function for. a
right,
bit.
right, but I
9
think
to
we,
11
Oh,
would
wait.
be open.
I'm thinking we'd be wanting to set up at 9 o'clock anyway.
Wait.
Yeah, 9 o'clock's really early. I'm listening, go ahead.
I don't think we need a plan, like, do we do it Friday or Saturday morning, cheap and that, we'll just have the chairs there on time, it really be. Like, we need to leave in the truck, or just do it early Saturday.
Wait, but I have a confusion. So you're saying it has to be set up before 9 o'clock?
She'll probably
Yes.
open at 9 o'clock and we'll need to be there to unload.
She'll be there earlier.
Okay, but she's fine with us setting up.
Well, I think
from
Well,
9
that's what
to
Matt's
11.
asking right now.
Okay,
Yes, we are setting it up so we will not be blocking her space. The road will be blocked off on this entrance side, but people will still be able to come around and
On the
get to
backside.
her front door.
okay.
So, yeah, so she
Yeah.
wants to make sure she can be open for those 2 hours on Saturday.
Okay.
Right.
And she's okay with, as long, you can go out the front end, as long as the back end is open, she's okay with all of that.
Right, because we met
Did
on,
you say she's only gonna be open
2 hours.
on Saturday?
Yeah.
After that, we could lock everything?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
But then the music's already set up.
Yeah, so everything
Yeah,
will
if you
already
normally
be-
set at lunchtime.
set up.
there's
Okay.
not many chords going away from the stage.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do.
Sweet.
Okay, so that means we need a setup crew from 9 to 11.
Correct.
So 9 to 11, Remington has said that he would like to set up. He likes to.
When does the beer garden officially
10 or
open?
12.
11.
I think we're okay.
11,
sorry.
right? 11? 11.
When does the music officially start?
Music officially starts at, actually,
I haven't got much to schedule.
I think it starts at 11, no, actually it starts
Well,
at noon to 5.
Let me see the flyer.
I was gonna say, I have the flyer in my car.
But
My
the food
tent-
court
Flyer
beer garden
could be
is
revised, though.
11 to 9. So
11 to 9, it
So there's
says.
some music as well?
Live music is
Okay,
live.
then it's-
9, yeah. It's in the
Okay,
flyer.
so we,
Katie's got it down.
so 9 to 11
That'd be
is set up. And so we're saying Ann, TK, Lachlan, say Remy.
I can't be there at 9.
Oh, you can't be there?
No, I'm working at the clinic.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying if we can get the chairs Friday night, or Friday, I don't work on Fridays.
Oh.
I can help on Friday.
So
and
we'll
then
find
I'll-
out if we can drop them off on
I
Friday.
think it would make sense to drop them off on Friday, then we can get tables Saturday morning or vice versa, whatever. Like, if
One
we have a
less.
space to put stuff, can we pick
Okay.
up the tables Friday night as well, or Friday?
Sure.
Friday.
They're not gonna be open Saturday, right?
Not open on Friday either, so
Alright.
it doesn't matter.
Okay, so Friday, the plan is to get the table and the chairs, and hopefully Lisa says we can drop them off.
Yeah, or at least
Friday.
drop off half of them, leave the other half in the truck.
Okay, and then from 9 to 11, me, Lachlan, Remington, Jason, Ashton, John,
No, I'm working with Rotaries,
is
helping
that
with.
enough? Is anyone else able to do that first setup slot? I also have, because I wasn't there last year, I don't know prediction on like, is that enough? I have, what's her name? From Angela, who, from the city, that's, also willing to do any slot as well.
And then who's doing the orange fencing, Matt?
Hmm?
Where do we get the
So,
orange fencing
orange
from last
fencing
year?
will be supplied from Eric, you got that already figured out for you guys, and the city's ready to get it to you whenever you need it.
Okay.
So you can get as much more, I think they got 200 footers or something like
And you
that,
gave him the, how much is it? How much we need? Okay.
something like that. It was, Sandy Davis, do you have her contact?
Nope, she's at the city.
Yeah, she does. If you need her contact, just contact me.
Public
She'll get you hooked up,
Works.
but I already asked her ahead of time, because I kind of figured that was gonna be a question for you guys. So I have that up. The other thing to realize as far as your fencing goes, we have the banners to put up in your area, and the banners, if you figure out a way to make it like a string, you can use the banners as fencing, which would actually kind of look cool. So as you go around the thing, all the banners could be set up along that fencing to make
They're
it more
gonna be on
solid.
the inside facing into the beer garden or facing?
I would
into
say,
the street?
I'd say if it's near the street, facing the street, inside facing the beer garden, something like that, as long as they're up. But we don't want to put them on the chain link fence this year because I heard that was kind of causing a blockade, visualness. So I got some complaints, and it's not that hard to switch up, but I think it'd actually look better if it was like a wall.
So,
of-
yeah, all the banners have grommets so we can just like zip tie
I
to
am
the
getting
orange
a
fencing?
random assortment of hell. So gosh, only knows.
Because if we could just zip tie them to
Yeah.
the orange fencing, that would create.
Yeah, no, most of them that I got last year were able to be zip tied, almost
Okay.
all of them, when I put them up. So that shouldn't be a problem,
Okay.
but you never know. I mean, I'm getting
Right.
randomly from all sorts of
Right.
different sources, and the sizes all over the place.
Right.
So,
Well, it wasn't bad on the chain link fence as long as they were not all the way to the top.
right. And then we could put them along the
Yes,
bottom as
yes.
that could be a nice little bottom
Yes.
wall. Absolutely
Yes.
could do that. But I also thought like a wall
Yes.
along your fencing, another great way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but yeah, Sandy Day was for the fencing, and then I'll be bringing in, I will have all of the banners, most likely by Friday morning, and I will drop them off at the Mercantile, so they're at the location. I will be there though to help put them up, because I feel it's one of my responsibilities to make sure that our businesses that have contributed so much money, which we have exceeded $1,850 from last year.
Yay.
In monies,
Wow.
and the tribe supported us with the grant.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
so yes, yeah, I'll have those hopefully by Friday.
Perfect.
Okay, so are we doing fencing on Friday? Or? does
No,
that
no.
be-
No, I'm just dropping them off, so it's easy
But-
to do
but-
Saturday.
So the fencing will be done Saturday morning.
Right, Saturday morning.
And, but as of right now, we don't know anything about the fencing except that it's orange. I'm assuming it doesn't come in posts.
Oh, that's right, you weren't there last year. No, it doesn't have
Yeah.
those. It's this little square, little,
Yeah,
yeah,
I did see a picture of that, but how do they stand?
with legs.
Does they have like 4 legs?
I don't know, we'll have to ask Sandy if she's got some to give. What they probably have is those little barricade things, they probably have an excess of those. And I think I remember them using, Susan, can you remember exactly, because my brain is. much
Actually,
better.
Nicole helped put.
I know
the-
Nicole was up there.
Put, yeah,
She had the
she
giant
had,
hat because she
yeah,
bleaches in the sun.
no, but she did help.
Yeah, I think there's like little A-frames or things that we can grab, but I think those are what we used last year.
We'll figure it out.
Just
Don't worry.
Just a little bit of weight and
Yeah.
it should be fine.
Yeah.
So,
I remember she ran across the street to the lumber
and that might have been
Yeah.
something she did too. There might be something at Mercantile or the building.
So
supply.
So setting up the main space, we need the orange fencing, the tables, the chairs. And then the other things we need to set up is the food, drinks, and eateries.
And we figure out pop-up tents.
And pop-up tents.
We should get some pop-up tents.
We have to have pop-up
Just,
tents.
just as a note, I've got a 20-foot by 10-foot tent that I used last year. That was the one that was used mainly for the bands last year. You guys are more than welcome to use. Somebody needs to come out and get it.
But it's what, say it again?
25 by 10.
20 by 10 to 12, something like that.
So that, could that be the beer garden?
I'll tell you, the first people you need to cover is the bands. First and foremost, the bands need to be covered. So that.
So why isn't yours being used for the band this year?
That's up to you
Right.
guys.
Oh,
Right.
it can be. It can be.
Well, it's in that area, so I'm just giving you guys, that's why we're all here. I'm giving you guys those options. I don't know if it'll fit on the trailer. That's the thing, those legs, and I'm not sure how it'll fit, but,
We should, yeah,
but I know the biggest complaint I had with my first hometown days that I ran is the bands burn. Because they're in the direct sun and you guys are in the direct sun.
Well, now they're back to the sun.
They're gonna burn. So, the best thing would be to cover them, especially when they're performing and stuff like that. I think the 20 by 10 might work, but it'd have to be on the deck.
well, at noon it does, and then as it gets later, you start pushing it back.
Well, with this, I mean, this is one of those canopy ones that goes over cars. So it's like a giant tent with open sides, to cover a car, in the winter
Yes,
months.
you got it back.
There's no back.
There's no bad.
Okay.
Well,
But
You wanna
they will be
coordinate
more
directly with
protected.
him on the,
Do you want to pick
Well,
it?
actually-
We needed, Mark Coletto.
that's,
We need to
I
work
was
with
wondering
Mark.
if you would contact, ask Mark.
I can ask Mark the width of this trailer and see if the 20 by 10 will work, yes.
okay, so we still need to sort out at least,
And I have some more information too about that later.
Yeah, it'd be, I think I have one.
Canopies for the people that are serving the beer and for people that are sitting there watching.
we
Last
also.
year, a bunch of people were huddling.
Did she find one?
I don't know, that's right, she said, can you go down, Mom, and tell me what they say tonight? So
Oh, she
I'm-
said she was gonna check out, I said ideally, if she could find one, that would be great, because we are scrambling to try to just find ours.
Because you have one, Susan, with lights in it for the beer. So the beer's done.
So
Susan has one with lights.
So we need at least 3 other ones, so you will you take care of bringing that, do we need to pick it up? Or
No,
you
I'll take it.
you're gonna take care of that, okay.
So if somebody, again, wants to come out to my farm, I have maybe 10 or something, but they're old ones, but for this purpose, as long as they stand and they cover, it's all that matters. But I do have quite a few in my lower barn. That's where the barbecues are. And
10 by 10.
they're almost all 10 by 10 or bigger. I don't know how many are functional. They're mostly used for a haunted house, but they've been working for the haunted house and they have roofs on most of them. You remember Kay? You scared small children just like the rest of them. No, you didn't. No, it wasn't you. Next year.
But another thing we need for the ones that people are sitting under are weights, sandbags,
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
because one blew over last year.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
and got ripped up and I had to come over and zip tie
Well, does the city,
Cement blocks, I would think would be a nice.
Or-
So
thing.
Mercantile will actually loan you, that's
Yeah.
what I did last year.
Yeah, we
is
got blocks
I went
from
over to
them.
Mercantile and brought over a bunch of cinder blocks. So if you preemptively talk to them ahead of time before the
Yeah.
day of.
That-
No.
No.
I've got-
Different, that's.
Yeah,
that's
sandbags.
I've got
Mercantile.
sandbags
Building
for mine.
supply.
Buildings.
Oh, but you're
the
talking
city
about building
has
supply
sand, we
across the
should be
street.
able
Yeah,
to.
it's across the
We
street.
got some
Yeah,
empty
that's right.
sandbags.
No.
Well, that's that guy who
We should
goes
be able
to
to
Chamber
get
Russ.
Yeah,
Russ.
Russ.
Yeah.
Before.
I've got
Russ,
several that are already
Yeah,
filled.
Russ.
Okay,
Does anyone
And then I got
know?
some empty bags.
that we can fill.
Okay, so is anyone able to go check out the 10x10 tents from the farm?
Jason, do we have a decision on the grill? Am I going to Matt's to check out his grill?
Yes.
Okay, so I will check out the grill and,
Get tents.
and look at tents.
Great. Okay. Good stuff, because I think 3 or 4, maybe more.
Ashton.
Yeah.
Maybe I can go with you if you want.
That would be great.
We just,
Yeah.
Jeremy from the farm, you've been on the farm.
Okay,
Not
so
all
you guys are gonna see as many of those tents as possible.
Yeah.
We have the tables and chairs are going to be rounded up and dropped off hopefully on Friday, as soon as we have up an info from Leisha on when and where. Saturday morning, we're gonna do setup from 9 to 11, and so it'll be me, Lachlan, Remy, Jason, Ashton, and I'll put Angela on that slot. Is that enough people?
So
To-
6?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes.
Should be fine.
Okay, good. So that means, okay, we're good on the setup, and I'll add this to the doc too.
I just want to let you know, I will try to help. If you need help, I'll come down and help.
Okay,
I don't want to get in anyone's way. I know, I do minimal on that.
Why you sit
I helped him set up,
face?
I helped him set up last year, but
See,
I thought there was a
we'll-
lot of people there last year, and they were getting kind of confused. I thought there was a little bit of confusion last year.
As long as you guys see me figured out, I think.
okay. And then Susan, when are you gonna get there with, alcohol, with beer?
Well, I need to know what beer you want me to get.
You want it?
Corona was.
Susan asked what beer we're getting. I thought you wanted to make a decision on what beers to get this year.
Well, I was asking for suggestions.
Okay.
What was the
Corona
last one?
is
Corona
one.
is probably the most common.
Jay, do you want to make a
I
comment on
just
beer?
have to huh?
Jason?
You're fine. Do you want to make a recommendation on beer selection from last year?
We're talking beer from Center Market.
Beer from Center Market, yeah.
I have to let him know ahead of time.
I think Susan had it pretty well covered on that one, but it was just the Coronas, right? Coronas,
And we have the minutes from last year as well, so we can go back.
But
yeah, we
not
did put it
Bud.
in there.
It doesn't sell.
What was the other popular one?
I can't remember now.
There's also cooler.
Matt, help me.
I
can't remember.
The Coronas, the IPA.
Coors.
on tap.
Coors.
Course Light.
Yeah, we
Coors
need
Light.
Coors Light.
Yes, Coors Light. And then the cider. The cider is
Definitely
the
some
other
apple
popular one.
ciders, you can get them.
Okay.
Okay, make me a list and I'll go.
IPAs are pretty popular in this area, that's why you see everybody making IPAs.
Right.
So any kind of IPA would be huge.
What was the,
Are you
what was
making
the
a list or
keg
you give
that-
me-
I don't have, I forgot, I
making a
ran out of the house and
And you're
forgot.
making her list? Okay, good.
I got
I
Coors
can-
Light, IPA,
What was
Corona.
the keg that
I
did
can
not
stop
sell
and
last
talk
year?
to Raj and make sure.
apple cider.
Okay, here,
No light beer.
Thank you.
here's what I want to know. No light,
No light.
No lights.
no Corona,
Just Corona.
Coors Light.
It's just Coors. Those are Coors.
Yeah, I know that.
He said that's what didn't sell last year.
Okay.
Maybe
Wow.
one
But
six
on the
pack.
cake.
Oh,
On the cake.
so,
Okay.
oh, on the
Okay.
keg.
Were there cans of Coors Light last
Well, we're
year?
gonna have bottle.
But were there
I don't
bottles last
remember.
year? You
I don't remember.
We need to look at the list. from
Maybe
last
like a
year.
handful of.
I was to say a case or,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
case-
need to
case-
know how many you want me to get. I mean, I can always go back and get some, but then I'm leaving the garden,
right.
you know, so, or
There's
Jamie.
somebody that's gonna want Coors Light.
24?
If you get Corona, do yourself a favor and get the limes that go with it.
Oh, yeah, we always do.
I know, well, I went, they didn't at that masquerade thing.
That's what we didn't like.
Maybe like 24 of those, just to see.
Yeah, we
what
need
happens.
20. Coors Light, IPA, Corona.
Okay, like 24 each, that's it?
No, I was saying the other Coors Light, 24 like Coors Light.
How many kegs are you getting this year?
Are we doing cakes at all?
Jason, are we doing kegs this year?
I can still do kegs this year, yes. You know, that's kind of, I'd like to know what Susan thinks, but.
If you're not gonna do kegs, then I definitely gotta get a lot of beer.
Yeah, kegs are much easier.
Things are, you make more money off of things too.
I thought we were doing,
I mean, I can easily get an IPA, and then hopefully get a cider. I think those two make sense.
I think those are the two that sold. The one that was basically untapped that we had to return.
I think we
Okay.
had 2 last year.
Okay,
We did.
so
No, we had
Jason, you're
three.
going
We had
to
no
get the
ones.
IPA and the cider.
We had 2 kegs.
I don't remember cider in a keg.
No, they did not do a cider last year.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Now,
Jason,
listen,
Go ahead.
last year we had many cans of cider and they went quickly to cans.
cans, okay.
If we had had it on tap, I'm sure that would have gone, you know, in a keg, it would have gone as well. And then the 2 kegs were a light and an IPA. The IPA was almost completely gone and the light was almost completely full.
So we need a keg of IPA and a keg of cider.
Who are you getting it from?
Last year we did Golden Valley Brew Pub.
And,
They don't have cider.
Yeah, so I was
Right.
gonna say.
No, you can't get kegs.
Right.
okay,
So I had another source for cider. I don't remember. I'm gonna look at it. I did that previously. So.
okay,
What
so
about
you're going
Kim?
to get the kegs and you will bring them that morning.
So you're in charge of 2 kegs, an IPA and a cider.
Okay.
She knows a little more about it than I do.
Yeah, and then Susan, do you feel comfortable with deciding how many of the other things to purchase?
The Coors Light and Corona,
Coors Light
and then Coronas.
and Corona, and what's that, an IPA?
No, this IPA,
That's gonna be the keg,
Yeah, we don't
okay.
need that, so you
Um,
would do this.
Yeah, that's fine. Now, are we doing Italian sodas?
Yeah, so that's what, Lox and I will be running,
Okay, are we doing bottles of water?
yes.
Are we doing Coke? Pepsi?
I
don't
think
think
the
so.
Italian soda will be.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
think you should do.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want me to get a couple of cases of water from him, or do you want to get it?
We have 3 cases of water left over from last year.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, I mean, they're just, I don't know if that is 24 or 36. So we have 3 of those, so which, I don't know.
Probably need a little bit
Especially
more
with
in
food,
case it's
yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
Um,
Is someone making a run to Costco or to one of the other places?
Well,
It's gotta be on the
I
plan
would
there
say
somewhere,
the
yes.
local market.
We got to do local.
I would say if we already have 3 and we're running low, and at 4
Because,
o'clock in the
we have to
afternoon.
get unless we have a source for Italian soda things, we have.
Oh,
to-
you have to get that at, where
Well,
you've got to
that's-
go is not Costco.
No, it's cash and
The
carry.
cash
It used to be
and
cash
carry.
and carry, but now
And
it's-
I have
So we're
five,
gonna get the food, right?
yeah.
hot dogs and.
I think we get there in a second.
Okay.
Let's make sure we're set on the drinks
drinks,
for the
okay.
So how
beer
many
garden.
beers?
Okay,
How
beer
many
garden.
beers?
Because just you are doing the beer garden, you have your own cash register, you'll have your own, the kegs. We have to talk about coolers. Last year we got coolers from,
The city.
No,
No.
you got them from the Emholt County Fairgrounds.
Right.
But you need to call them ahead of time, like ASAP. I've got notes on her, if whoever wants to talk to me, or you should have them in your last year's notes, but that they're wonderful. They'll give you some giant ice chests, and because they have no functions going on right now, so.
Oh, and you got the ice from the
Okay, right now.
Ice
fire
from the
department.
Huh? Yeah, kegs will fit in them, but my questions on the keg though, real quick, depending on where you get them from, you need to make sure that they have the CO2. Also, the biggest fail last year was there was no rubber seals. So I had to come and kind of frantically get that figured out for you guys and get them all hooked up.
yeah.
So we need to make sure.
About to get them or something.
No, I had to steal them from Sheridan Mercantile. They actually gave me the rubber seals. I was able to figure it out because I do cakes and maybe I'm a drunk. I don't know. But I knew how to hook it up pretty quick. So, but the rubber seals are missing. You need to make sure you got all that equipment, and you will need a nice chest big enough to put them in. Hopefully the facility you get them from will have it. That's what was so nice about Golden Valley. They supply all the equipment with the beers. So,
Jason, are you hearing this about the seals and whatnot?
Yep.
Okay, and you making note?
Because I think last year didn't have a problem getting the The keg tap,
That's
why.
fine.
Yep.
That's what Matt
Yeah.
was just saying.
That's why I
That needed it.
Matt brought his
It
muscle.
was a
I
disaster.
just remember those key points, like there was a problem.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
trust me.
so
So the-
Susan, do you know do you now feel comfortable with how much you wanna get of the other?
And you're saying only 24?
Of light, just the light.
Just
Light,
the light.
and then
light.
how many of the
More
other?
of the others.
A
Yeah,
Corona?
A Corona, yeah, so 2 cases of that, I would say 6 cases?
Can we
Six.
look at the notes from last year?
Possibly.
Well, I would definitely preface this, minimize your selection. You've got 2 kegs and then Coronas, some oddities or whatnot. If you can't get a cider, switch to cider and then get an IPA and a Belgium or something
Oh,
like
Belgium.
that. A Belgium keg is probably easier to get, and you can get that at Golden Valley, then you get cider, then you get all things in one. That's just a suggestion, and then you can get a ton of ciders in bottle, which people are fine with, but I'd stick with just
I can't
few
remember what kind of
selections.
cider, because I couldn't stand it, so.
I know the cider.
Angry Orchard's really good.
What is it?
Angry Orchard.
Angry Orchard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angry Orchard
Yeah.
is a favorite.
But wasn't Jason saying he has a cider contact for a
Yeah,
keg?
he does. Yeah, if you can get
So
it,
figure
That'd
that
be
way
better.
better. That would be way better.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I would like to have the bar itself ready to go at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because we got people there waiting for it to open.
Oh, really?
And if we're still setting
I was
up,
ready at 9.
So do you need help with, like, what do you need help with?
Jamie and I,
'Cause
well,
I
I'll
think-
be going to Center Market and picking up this.
Cause I think you should, if you're saying that you need everything 100% ready by 11, then you should probably be starting at 9, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm gonna be
And
there
then
for the
once we're
bar.
done with doing the main setup, hopefully we have time to also just make sure that you're all set up.
Yeah, we need cords, you know,
Electricity?
electric
And
cords.
that's
Extension
100%,
Extension,
like,
thank
we
you.
have that because Norma also needs that.
Yes.
We still need it from.
Because I'll need it for the,
Didn't she say that she would provide electrical hookups?
She's giving you, there's a 2 socket on the outside of the building she will give you, and that will work. We're gonna have to split it between you and the band.
right, well,
But it
it
works.
can't be like a
But
single.
we have.
It has to be like a
three
six
different-
pack.
So if you,
We have
if we do
3
10
different
cases
business,
of
3 different,
are we able to
If
go
one's open.
okay.
So what we do is we
I don't think
get
that's a huge
6
problem
packs.
Unless we're like running heaters or coolers or
It's
something.
more
You know,
expensive,
that
but you can
electricity,
take
which
them
we're
back.
not doing.
We'll see what.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Like
But
running
if you
lights or
open up a
whatever, we'll be
case,
fine.
you can't
So
return
is
it.
the food
Right,
booth
well,
gonna
I mean,
be
I was
inside
thinking
the
like,
beer garden?
you know.
So
Yeah, okay.
quick summary on the
Right.
layout.
Case in my head.
Last
Oh,
time the
okay.
beer garden was just a corner.
Yeah, I don't.
This year, we're taking the
Then
whole
it'll-
parking lot and the music space is all gonna be inside the beer garden. We're gonna have an orange fence slash things across the sidewalk by the road, main road. That first turn road that you would normally turn to get into the Mercantile is gonna be blocked with that orange fence. And then the trailer will be on the back side of that space, like it's trying to go into that fenced in area in the garden, in the Mercantile area.
But it'll be crossing over into the street a bit.
Yeah,
And it angles a little towards the,
So you have an entrance and an
yes,
exit.
yep,
You're
and so
supposed to.
facing
Well, we
the
have
bridge and
two
the people, so
entrances,
anyone
so
driving
it
by
could be
will hear the
that
music, see the music, that kind of
We
stuff.
have 2 agree.
The beer garden will still be in that same space, the drinks,
Okay.
grill, and the other food that we're providing can all be here on that side, if we have, because that's also where the electricity is. And then there'll be tables and chairs across the middle area, and then if we had any other boosters or food trucks or anything else, we could put them in the road area, but we can also just move the tables there, because those trees are free shade.
Clarify the entry into the beer garden. Where will that be?
So we're gonna have 2 entrances.
Okay.
And they are not gonna be fully manned. We are going to be manning the entrances primarily for going to the beer garden. So we're not gonna be having people standing watch on both entrances. If you want to buy beer, there will be.
That's not a good idea.
What's
I'm
the way we
sorry.
have- What is it, a wristband?
I've
What's
got
going
wristbands.
on?
You have a wristband? So yeah, so we were,
What
Uh-uh.
is the,
So
we were talking when they come
wristbands.
in.
what's the drinking
Wristband
thing?
It is, I believe it's wristbands. Is that right, Jason? Do we decide
I already
wristbands?
have them.
Susan has the wristband.
Susan has
Yes,
wristbands.
Susan has wristbands.
So we
So-
check IDs when they come into that.
the
so you
reason
don't have
you
to-
cannot leave those entrances, they have to be manned because people will start taking their beers and
Out.
going over to the school.
Right,
And so we had a very big problem our very first year, or at least very first year I ran it, where people are getting and taking their, you cannot do that. And so your job is to make sure they can go in, they can do, you have your wrist to making sure they're 21. The only thing you're watching is them going out and making sure that they do not take their beer
And they
out.
will try.
And they
Oh,
will
yeah.
try.
So we need to have at least one person at each
Each entrance.
entrance the whole time.
Yes.
So that, so,
Just to be clear.
Yeah.
We have one entrance that is far from where we are standing doing food. We will have, and we have one entrance that's right next to where we're doing food.
Yes.
So
Yes.
one person can, for a certain amount of time, like not at the most busy time, right? We have like waves.
yeah.
But in the afternoon, when there's like a couple people coming in and out, you know, here and there, person doing the burgers and the hot dog will
We'll be able to watch that more thing.
I'm sorry, but I don't agree with that.
It-
I mean,
You won't
all
be-
it takes is one person to be out there on the street with the beer, and we're busted.
Yeah.
And you cannot have a beer garden
So
again.
can one person at each entrance exit, can that cover it?
So,
Yeah.
as a, so
Yes.
we made that front gate, so we made the front gate longer, that first fence. We can either just swing it off and shut off the one entrance, so there's just one entrance exit.
No, you
No,
can't
you
do that
have to have
either.
two. You have to have egress.
Yep.
The beer garden we had last year only had
And
one
we're not
entrance.
wrong. And no, we didn't.
I argued that last year.
Oh,
No,
no,
in and out was the
no.
same.
Yeah, but we've
Because
had
the beer garden
discussions
was
since, and that was not
within
right.
in other
Okay, so
facilities.
really it's just I need to get more volunteers.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now,
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
We wanna cover all these.
They should check their ID when they come in the beer garden, so they don't have to get your
Yeah.
IDs checked.
Well,
I mean, you gotta
we
do that
won't have
too.
time to check
Right.
IDs
Yeah.
unless they look really young, then we will. But if we're checking, if they think we're checking IDs at the bar,
It'll be-
it'll be
I
a little
was
line,
gonna say, why
and
would
people
they-
will not,
Oh, mine's full of rum and coke all day.
Oh, I know, I'm drinking.
so are they saying they're not gonna check IDs at the
That's
bar?
what we need to make sure that way.
Vision has some concerns.
And we need to, because we're gonna be checking IDs as they come in. I mean, I think whoever's manning the entrance, you know, if they're intending to drink and they're over 21,
Yeah.
then they need to get their
Is
wristband
that
right
when they
then
get
and
their
there,
wristband?
so that they can
Walking
just
in?
go right up and
And if they,
decrease the weight at the beer itself.
And
I
if
think
People
having the
will
weight to
leave.
get into
Right.
the beer garden is acceptable. Having a weight at the beer itself is not.
totally, and if they're at the beer and they don't have a wristband, just
They have to
send
come
them back
back.
to the entrance.
Yeah, and if they look really young, then we will check them again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just the
How
way
to get
it's
to the
supposed to
braces,
do.
you don't-
Right.
Yeah,
okay, so if we have, so we need,
Do you have enough for both of them?
does that make sense?
500 wristbands.
so basically in
I
order
think.
to have,
Gotta make sure.
we need one more person from the 11 to 1, another person from the 5 to 9, and 2 people from the 7 to 9. FYI.
I can do the 5 to 7, because aren't I also the one?
You're on the 3 to 5.
3 to 5, so I can do 3 to 7.
Okay, great, so I'll put you on these 2.
I have the drinks from last year when you're ready.
We just need the 11 to 1. So what I'll do is I'm gonna send an email out saying, here's the slots that we need covered. We need one person from the 11 to 1 and 2 people from the 9 to 11. We have enough for setup. When are we breaking down?
Sunday?
When
9 PM.
Me and Rosa Rotary helped last year break down, and a lot of the people who volunteer will be at the beer garden celebrating when
Right.
we're done. Just really nice.
Actually,
Right.
the breakdown.
I'll be there, Lachlan
Yeah.
will be there, Jason will be there, Ashton will be there, and so we're good, okay. Okay, good, so I won't worry about that.
Liz Hodgson, didn't she comment on the Facebook post when you were calling for volunteers? Didn't Liz
Yes,
say
hold
she
on,
was
let
gonna
me-
do something?
Let me look.
While she's looking, here's the drinks from last year, the debrief from last year. We already covered the IPA and the light beer. In the keg, the Corona's almost sold out. The ciders also sold well. Sold a few bottles of water. Cans, don't buy cans next year. Coors Light sold 1 case. Bud Light sold 5 cans.
Yeah, no cans.
No Bud Light.
That will not be sold this year.
Absolutely no cans.
That was last, wasn't it?
So weird that
Why
we
is
will
that?
mine
Why
up.
do people like to drink beer out of bottles?
And here's what's interesting, when we had the wet season, the last concert, every beer was in cans and people bought it. It's like, what's going on here?
I think that's something, I will always get a bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Liz says the 3 to 7.
Okay.
So I'm
So-
gonna,
So do I have a table for the bar or do I bring one?
the 1 to 3.
1
with
to
your
3.
husband.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say Liz is gonna be doing the 3, great, so that's
You'll have to ask.
plus Liz.
That's
and
okay.
then
I can probably do that 11 to,
11 to 1.
I have you down for the 5 to 7.
Because remember we
You've
said,
already
That's what you
told.
put, that's
You
what
know
you
how this
said.
works.
No, you said that, right?
no, we put them down because that's when the parade's happening. So
Oh,
that's really not an
I
activity.
probably, I might as well do that, because I'm gonna be, we need to get all those tables and chairs back, or I need to get all those tables and chairs back, so
So you wanna do
I'll
the
do 5 to 9 then.
5 to, great, okay, so that's,
We'll need you at the parade. We might need you at the parade at the end.
so that means we need 2 more people.
So I was gonna volunteer because I have an OLCC and I was that only person that can serve, but nobody ever said anything to me when.
It's all right, honey.
Does she need, do you need anyone else or
Do you
no?
want me or not?
It-
I mean,
yeah,
nobody
of
ever-
course,
so,
yeah.
like, but
So
nobody
it'll
ever
be
said when.
Jamie, myself and you.
Okay.
That's it.
all
Until-
day?
If I'll go, well, I can't be there all day. because-
Well, when you leave, then maybe another person who has a
Well, I'll go
license.
there, I'll help set up if they need help.
Okay,
But if they're not done, if they're done doing their thing, I'll help you set up and then I'll just stay there for a while
okay,
until like maybe the early afternoon.
okay.
Because Norma's got a little girl and I said I would help take care of that little child. But I was there last year from what, like? you know,
Yeah.
From 9 to 4.
Yeah, you were there
Okay.
a long time, so
But I
Okay,
maybe
shouldn't be there
somebody
till that
else.
time.
I
I
just
don't-
need to find a couple more people and I'll put out a call for a couple more people and then we're good on the gate. I'm also gonna get the orange vests so that the guys that are on that they'll have. the
Black
vest.
shirt.
I brought the vest, yeah.
Oh, do you
Black
have
shirt.
The
that?
trash vest, yeah, the trash pickup vest.
Yeah.
You got green and orange ones.
Okay, okay, so you go.
I don't sure one.
You know, something I noticed too last year, there for a while, it was pretty ghastly, but they were throwing beer bottles in the trash and they really ought to have the beer bottles in one
Recycling.
trash can to recycle. and
Right.
give to
I
the
wonder if
food
they have any
bank.
blue bags.
Because I went through some of those
Oh.
garbage cans and dug the food away from the bottle.
Can
It was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, that's bad.
Can you
Some
bring
have
the?
just-
We'll
does it
get the
make-
food bank blue bags and we'll try to get all the recyclables in the deposit returnables
there-
But
in
maybe
the
they
blue
should just
bag.
have one that says
But-
trash
Right.
and
Yeah,
bottles.
Some people don't care.
They don't.
Okay,
They-
so trash.
Recycle.
I'll be dropping off the boxes. I can drop off a couple extra boxes that you could put the blue bags in.
Yeah, that's good.
Um,
So
to
you're
make
gonna bring
this
the blue
clear,
bags.
And let me finish on this one because I have a very good point. So last year you guys didn't clean up after yourselves on when it came to garbage cans. So I need to make sure that this group cleans up the garbage bags when the event is done and takes them to the dumpster. Because Leisha was picking them up all the
Okay,
garbage, all
so-
over the thing the next day.
So we have on a note for cleanup at the end of the day is bag, trash,
You all the Boy Scout did this then.
bring to where? Grab trash, bring
I
to
was so
where?
tired by
So
the
there's
end
gonna
of
be
it.
a giant dumpster.
I had to
The school dumpsters
remember
I've
that.
locked up now because everybody keeps using them because it's easier. But there'll be a very obvious giant dumpster at the end of the school,
By school.
by the high school at the back.
Okay.
And that's where you'll just take all volunteer groups, all garbage ends there. And everybody in their group is, I'll bring the
So
garbage
cans
cans
go
at
to
9.
John,
There's only gonna be bottles, there's no
Bottles.
cans.
bottles go to John,
The cans full of bottles go to John.
the rest of the stuff goes to the dumpster by the, at the end of the day,
Right.
at the high school after 9 o'clock.
Should we
Okay.
bring trash cans? Are those boxes gonna be enough?
He's
Well,
gonna
the
be in back.
boxes will give you, and I'll give you a big thing of bags. To have to line them.
Great.
And then, and any of those boxes you can save, and actually it's amazing how many nonprofit groups utilize those, and I've been giving them out throughout the year. Because they seem to hold up, so if we can save any, at the end, just put them off the side, I'll grab them at the end, just give to other nonprofits throughout the year.
Okay, great.
Can we talk about well, first of all, do you need me to bring tables for the bar, the beer?
Whatever you can
Just for
provide.
what, yeah, that would be
Okay,
great.
and do you need the popcorn machine?
I don't think we should add anything that we don't 100% feel like we can man at this point.
I would say
Okay.
skip the popcorn.
Skip the
Yeah.
popcorn, okay.
I will give you the start cash.
Also for cleanup.
Okay, yeah, I need a little more than last year.
I got 500.
I have the wristbands, I have at least 500 of them, I think, or 600.
Okay, good.
And then, I have
That's a lot of beer drinking.
the square thing.
and that's hooked up like it was before.
Yeah,
Okay.
Did you try
Do
one?
we need this?
Not yet.
Okay, 'cause it's the exact same bank account.
yeah.
In the email. and
But I
everything's all
got
the
rid
same.
of my, I think I got rid of Square on my phone.
think
We'll
it's
take
on
care of it
ours.
before. And also
Was that us?
That was you guys.
the Italian sodas.
But there's an app, so,
Yeah, you have to have an app.
But does
Does that
Ann
do
need to
tax
do
or-
anything?
To get our phone connected to the account.
Yeah, because we want to make sure that whatever they're
I
doing.
just
for
need the
payments-
password. Cause I put the app on my phone and it might
For
already
Square.
still, and then if I have the password cause that's the only one I'm
Jay, the app
using
allows, like,
right now.
tap or something. It does not require a swiper.
no.
Sweet.
What if someone doesn't have, you just manually entered in?
Yeah, you can if you have to.
Or they can just go over to the bar. I do have a question. Did we ever finish paying,
There's Square.
Golden Valley?
I believe we just wrote the check for Golden Valley.
I
I mean, by which I mean,
Okay,
I
so-
just signed the check for the Golden Valley, which she was waiting for.
Maybe you can,
Yes.
well,
You just paid them?
Oh,
it was
it's
a,
not always, it's not all on
It's not
us.
exactly.
yeah, it wasn't all us.
Oh, okay.
They just sent it.
They
but,
just
uh,
sent us.
So
Um,
as far as Italian sodas,
Yes,
Let's talk about other.
have you
business.
got a recipe for them? I mean,
I'll
they're-
figure that out.
I've got, well, I've already got
Oh, she's got
a
it.
recipe
Oh,
I
okay,
can send
good.
you. But I have 5 pumps. You have to, for every bottle, you have to buy a pump.
Right.
Otherwise, you're pouring instead of
Yeah,
pumping.
yeah.
And you want to put like a couple pumps of this and, you know, so, and then whipped cream. You want to get the, oh,
Really?
well, yeah.
I
you-
think you two should get together on Italian sodas and make some decisions. 'cause-
I made a list
Yes,
on that.
it is on the dock.
We probably made 500 Italian sodas at VJ's wedding or birthday party.
Okay,
500.
Okay.
I mean, it was so.
I'll follow whatever you want.
So they're easy. Once you start making them, it's easy. And
Okay.
I have a little. I do have a.
I don't have a lot of notes in here about your Italian sodas. You two should, like, are you running the Italian sodas as a
Yes.
plan?
Yeah.
Do a
Yeah.
Zoom,
That's right here.
do a Zoom meeting.
Yeah,
Half and
Zoom.
half canned whipped cream, icing, fruit garnish, cherry, strawberry, etc. We can keep that all cold in a separate tote, cooler, or.
do you really have to put fruit in it?
Fruit,
That's
please.
a lot more work.
Yeah.
I mean, that's different types of Italian sodas, right?
The capital G.
Is that right, or are you just doing one type of Italian
I
soda?
think we should do like 2 kinds of that, 2 or 3 kinds of salad.
I mean,
Does the canned whipped cream add a lot of, I just had it.
Yeah. So.
Just,
That's myself.
I don't think we should.
So then I
continue
will
this
leave
meeting
it, I
at
will
7
leave
o'clock.
it
I can't think of.
on
You know
in
what,
my
yeah.
phone, and then when,
Right.
Yeah, what's the stuff in the can?
And one of my,
Like,
for example.
kids put it in their
Yeah,
mouth.
right, go.
And there's another thing that she makes, that actually made one for me, it's called apple, have you ever had that? It's made.
Are they alcoholic?
Yes, but she has the, they run a winery, they have OLCC, but they would have to be in the beer garden. and it's kind of alcohol. And they wouldn't have anything to do with your-
Yeah.
Violation
they would go
VG
and
at
some stuff
Gmail.
that
so
they're
when the
serving.
event is over, then I just take that out.
Or they'd only have a few.
Because
they
I'll
would
be
take care of it
using
themselves.
Square at the
She said if it was
beer
a
garden
problem,
at
it's
the
no
fourth.
big deal, but her husband is a, he's a cocktail expert.
We got it. We got it. Great. I know. Well, I have a thing on my
Let's
phone with all my.
default to Susan on that. Susan, Norma wants to know if,
She can also serve alcoholic drinks.
and it would be.
At her play? At her
Yeah.
site? No.
No, it would need to be in the beer garden. So I
No,
don't know.
no, it's in, but you said the beer
No.
garden's all inside. of the
No.
thing.
No.
No.
I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I think it just is asking for, there
Okay.
being a lack of
Maybe
control.
another year.
Let's try out this year on this, a lot of
Also,
new
she's got
ideas.
so much to, she's serving so much.
But she knows how to do all that
Yeah.
stuff without thinking.
I know, but then-
But
then-
it's direct competition with us.
But it's taken
Yeah.
away
Well,
from,
that's why they were completely different.
That's why they're
So it
saying
was
no.
that she was saying
They're
that if
telling
they
her
bought it,
no.
she would-
I think selling like water is totally fine. But because it's a fundraiser and because this is our main moneymaker, I think.
No, wait a
beyond-
minute.
If you can leave the drinks to us, that would be great. We We appreciate all of the yummy food that she's making.
And by the way, here's her business card.
Oh,
I loved it.
I
There's
want
different
it-
Vegetables on it.
That's
I
cool.
want one
But on the
too.
back side, it's not Portland,
You
Oregon.
have two.
I don't
Oh,
understand
I
why
can
she's
get you
wanting to
another one.
compete with
But
us.
she has different vegetables that she
She's
uses,
making
but
her own
she's
money,
not in
right?
Portland, Oregon. She's in
But she's
Sheridan,
not
Oregon.
giving it to us, right?
I could get you another card with another vegetable.
And is
on
she
it.
fine with me sharing the menu?
Yes, she
Okay,
was
great.
fine with that.
All right, Jay, go.
Is this her, this is her business?
Was, last year was ice. I know we talked about it already, but briefly, but we didn't actually know that. So
Nice.
last year, Heidi had talked to the folks over at the fire station. And I did still have to convince them that it was like okay for us to go do ice. Like, so we probably should ask Heidi to reach out to them again.
I have a connection there.
Okay.
I
We should
will-
let them know, and then we have to go multiple days in advance. So we have to go. I went 3 days in a row, I think, to fill one cooler's worth each day, and just store it.
And
Well, Italians always gonna need
Gonna
ice
stay cold
as
enough,
well.
Yeah,
great.
yeah. And they have a very large ice machine, but they don't want to, they don't want to give us all their ice and then not have it themselves. So.
Okay, okay, so I'll sort out with Susan the plan for the soda supplies. I won't be able to go to get the stuff. Is someone going to go do
Is someone doing a run?
is someone doing a run to the castle?
We have a lot of, yeah. So
Okay,
we
so
should talk
I
about-
get you guys a list of what is needed.
Sure.
Okay,
And it's specific, like the
and
whipped
you
cream.
and I will coordinate on what that
Exactly what
is.
it is.
I can
And
make you
will
one.
tell
I'll
me
bring
when I need
bring
to
the
get that to you
ingredients.
guys.
I got it at home.
The list?
Yes.
Yes.
Susan and I will email back and forth over the next couple of days, get that sorted out, and hopefully by Monday we'll get you exactly what is needed.
It sounds like I'm probably doing that truckload. Is anyone willing to come join me on a shopping spree?
Are you
On
buying?
what day?
No.
I work on next week.
When is it? When are you, what day?
I work all day every
Yeah.
day. Where I have no plans.
Okay.
I could help you on Wednesday. What about, Jason, are you in town? Are you gonna be in town?
Likely, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm either
Okay.
in town on like Monday or Tuesday or Thursday latest. So.
Monday, Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday. Yeah.
He skipped the,
Why don't you guys
Wednesday was
pick a
one day you
day,
said you
like
could do it.
Tuesday?
Yeah, no, but we
Sometimes
said Monday,
when
Tuesday,
misses
Thursday,
it,
doesn't
and
make any
he has
sense.
to come back later. It just happens.
Why don't you guys like pick a day? Is Tuesday not workable for you?
No, I can't do Monday.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm picking. Go ahead, Jay.
What they're tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's just coordinating. You don't have to do it. It's like,
Okay.
I'll figure it
And then if you
out.
need John, you reach out
I
to
do
John.
too.
Perfect.
Okay.
And John can do Wednesday.
Okay, so you're
Okay.
making sure that the beer has the red
Most
cups?
of the day Wednesday.
Do you need the red cups?
Yes, we
Yes.
need red cups for beer,
So how
And
about,
bottles? Oh,
Oh,
for
no.
the kegs.
for the
Okay.
okay,
kegs.
so you wanna add that to the list? Why don't you start like a master
Red
list
Solo
for all of
cup.
the supplies that are needed to be gotten?
What will the Italian sodas be in?
Okay, they would be in a clear
Clear.
cup with a little round
Or the
lid
dome?
to where you put the whipped cream,
The dome lid.
the dome lid, and you're gonna get two sizes because the adults can get the bigger size, the kids can get the smaller size. Cause if,
We have clear cups for Italian sodas, 2 sizes, and red cups for beer.
Yes.
And are you gonna get wine from the winery?
Go, Jay.
I'm getting wine from our cellar in our house.
I must know.
I'm coming to your one.
Yeah, and the beer.
Is it Hearst Castle?
Yeah.
That's your own wine.
Where's your house? Yeah.
Let's go back to Golden Valley. Now that I'm thinking about it, we can do this cider somewhere else. But now that I remember, Golden Valley also gave us one cake for free. They donated one.
Oh, nice.
If they were to possibly do that again, like.
And you're walking in with a check for them too.
And we're working on the check, and we know they have the box, the ice box to do the cooling, like they have all the supplies. I have the contact, so, maybe that makes sense. What are we getting? The only thing we can't get there is
cider.
the cider.
So we can just get bottles, so can Susan just get the bottles of the
So the
cider?
recommendation last year and Matt's recommendation was dark Belgium.
No, Belgium is not dark. It's like a Hefeweizen.
It's a light.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, yeah. Hefeweizen and IPA, those are the two that would be best.
And I will also ask them what's the most popular, and we can get potentially a half cake from them too. So, we could do the IPA in a full, and then like 2 halves of something
So you're
Great.
talking about-
I'll just
you're
double
talking about the
reiterate
kids,
though,
right?
when you get the equipment or pick it up, two times they've lost washers, so just make sure their equipment they hand you, I've done 2 events now. Yeah, because 2 events, both times their equipment failed, that they supply. So really check it because it becomes a hassle really quick.
And you would have to be picking that up that morning, is that right?
Bless you.
Bless you.
No, we can pick it up the day before.
And just put it in a cooler?
No,
It doesn't matter. Okay.
wait, I got it.
Okay, great. You got it figured out. I don't need to go that in detail. The next one is food. Yeah, so food. Boosters is not doing food.
No, they
Normal-
just
Norma's
emailed
doing a whole
last
bunch
week.
of food.
Norma's doing a whole bunch of food. We are planning on doing a grill with burgers and hot dogs. So just basic toppings for that. Super simple. Goes great with the drinks.
Matt,
What are you
Just,
serving again, hot dogs and what?
Burgers.
so just so you know, you're gonna have immediate competition from Calvary Church on the burgers. Because they are doing burgers and they're doing them for free.
Oh, my.
So.
So maybe we should stick with hot
That's
dogs.
over at the high school. They do it every year.
How about
2 or
2
3
different
hours.
types of hot dogs?
They
So
are,
2 or 3 hours when?
in the middle of the evening or afternoon.
And then they stop like
They
at
do stop,
4 or?
right.
Well, we could do
But you also
evening.
need to make sure that you've got your food handlers and that you've gotten the county.
Yep.
The county thing, is- yeah, because you already got that one.
And that's really only gonna be for you and Ashton that need to do that.
Me and Jason.
Sorry.
But yes, anyone who wants to do the grill will need to be there. I'm obviously gonna be in the scout parade part for a couple hours, so, but
So
yes.
then, do we want to be just doing
So
dogs and brats
to
instead?
have, I mean, we could just do brats, but there will also be dinner-ish, there will be earlier-ish. We need to have 2 foods available.
Well, we'll have.
Yes.
With- yeah.
And there
If
will
everything
be-
goes to plan, we will. This is backup, like if she runs out, or if there's any problem, or electricity, or if there's any
Still have to
problem,
have
then
2.
we can't do a beer garden. So
Right.
I wanna make sure we have like 4 foods, just,
What about the pizza?
Yeah, why can't we maybe pick up,
We could do pizza.
we can sell a
Remember
pizza
TK
by the
talked about
slice if, with, next to the
Anybody
Italian
else doing
sodas.
a pizza, Matt? Okay.
And he'll give you a specialty if you get ahead of it. Yeah, he'll do a nonprofit deal for you pretty well.
Yeah.
We get it from Rotary all the time.
So what if you guys just did hot dogs?
Hot dogs and pizza.
Hot dogs and pizza.
Yeah. Then we don't have to worry about the hamburgers and we won't run out of pizza, obviously.
Right, because we can just keep,
Well, no, we just keep
Make it
getting
more.
it from you, make it.
yeah,
If you pay him,
Oh,
he'll
they,
make it.
right.
oh, what time do they
Yeah.
close?
cooking hot dogs is super boring, but you know.
Got you.
Yeah, but if somebody's giving hamburgers away, then we're gonna be left with a lot of
It's
hamburgers.
only a few hours, but yeah,
But-
There's literally no problem with that.
Well, and I still think, I mean, if we just do hot dogs and brats, I mean, if we have,
Yeah.
the
yeah.
brats are more for the adults and the hot
Cheap
dogs are
little
more for the
hot dogs
kids.
For the kids and nice brats for the adults.
Yeah, so I think that,
Okay.
Just so you know, on the brats too,
Well-
if you do that, I actually have the Tilapia use a hot dog roller.
oh,
A business sized hot dog roller. That'll you just sit it, turn it on, and it just sits there and rolls and cooks your hot
I
dogs.
want that at my
And,
house.
and you eat that many hot dogs.
I love hot dogs.
But it might save you, I don't know, I mean, it's about yay big, but it fully functions. And if you get ahead of it, you got a warmer.
right,
What you usually do is you boil the hot dogs to a point and then you use that to cook them. Then you don't even have to have a barbecue.
Coming events,
You
theater.
just have a small area and you just let them sit.
That wouldn't work for brats, because brats are curved, right?
It might
It
work.
might work.
It might
Depends-
tumble
Yeah.
it might
around.
tumble
Okay,
around.
But
how
if we-
about you guys
All out,
decide,
yeah.
you guys
We'll probably
decide.
still do burgers, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, okay,
I
good.
mean, there's evening, there's afternoon.
Just
Well,
not
we
a
just
lot.
won't buy millions of them, but also
Right.
they're gonna run out, people won't
And
walk
some
over it.
people are gonna come into the beer garden and not go over to the.
true,
They
true,
don't want a beer, they can't take the beer over
Yeah.
there.
Right,
I mean, They
right.
want a burger right now.
but we
They're
just,
literally locked in a cage with us and our grill.
Okay, so
Right.
you.
And they will
first
smell
are
good.
getting Supplies and handling everything related to the hot dogs. and hamburgers.
Well,
We'll get that
that's-
pizza.
And what's Lucy's daughter making?
a whole
Okay.
list of.
Good stuff,
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully
you'll
the
get,
prices
you'll get
are-
plates
It's
and
on
Are the
all
porta
that,
potties
and
near the,
plates
Matt,
and
are the porta potties near the beer garden?
napkins and all that.
There are 2 porta potties in the beer garden. I was letting you finish the food.
I'm sorry.
Are you done?
Do we have anything else you want to see on food and drinks? I think we're done with food and drinks now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So there'll be 2 porta potties by
She's
the
doing
chain
this
link
all by
fence.
herself?
So, basically,
Oh, I
as
see,
you, you know, the entrance of the
Desserts.
chain link fence, go into the garden section, right there, closest to the road.
That's cool.
The 2
That's
porta
really
potties there,
great
kind of
meal.
keep them away from the beer garden.
Wow.
I figure
I
food is
thought
gonna
it
go over
would go
there,
there.
and we were talking about food going on the road. So I kind of put it
I'm
dead
glad she's
center
not doing
in
those
your,
poor little-
situation.
And the hand wash,
So, there. 2 will be right there. You're gonna have a handicap hand washer. I already got that lined up with the city.
Nice.
So yeah, right here. Oh, yeah, that's where that is. Then you got 2 porta potties there.
Thank you,
Yep.
Poopers,
Hoopers away from
Come on.
the food.
because,
right between the food and the band.
Between the food and the bed, so
you know,
Oh.
if people drink.
So
you
no
know,
matter how far you
You
go,
put 8 ounces
You
in,
will
you're
smell it.
gonna have to get
Okay.
8 ounces out.
It's gonna be uniform smell, yes.
Susan, last year, did they have wine at that beer garden? I thought they had wine down there too.
We did.
And that's why I was asking Ann, because I thought you went and got it from Wrigley.
We will have it, right? Yeah.
Well,
We're gonna
But
have
I
one.
didn't hear that mentioned tonight.
Oh.
Well, no, only because I'm not gonna go back up there, because we only opened like 2 bottles, and I got a case, and it was kind of embarrassing to take it back. So I'm just gonna supply the wine from my personal wares of wine.
Oh.
it was not a sell.
I thought you were inviting us down to your
No,
house.
no. I'm gonna supply the wine from our wine cellar-ish.
Allow the vendors use her bathroom in the.
For cleaning, for hand washing.
No,
No?
no, the Mercantile shuts down.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as the event starts,
I
the
might have
Mercantile
a couple
shut down.
bottles of
That's
wine
why I
at
have
my
hand
house
washing
that's
station.
left over from the
So you
last.
have hand washing stations there?
Just answer that.
Nice. By the poopers?
Listen.
Between the poopers.
Yes, between the poopers.
Yeah, we want to do small wine.
Okay.
glasses.
Good stuff. Okay. I have a little bit of attention on Susan. Do you feel like you've got everything under control? You know how much beer to
I'm
get?
never under control.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I
Don't
think,
like-
I
now
just-
that- so Jason is saying,
hey, and she,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I'm just want to make sure how much I'm gonna
Yeah.
get from, I'm just getting the beer at Raj's Center Market.
yes,
Nothing else.
except for now, Jason is saying that he might not be getting the cider, in which case we want her to get the cider.
Okay, because
Is that
I need
correct?
to let him know, hey, I need this much there available. Because there is a problem if you go in there and you don't tell him ahead of time.
Okay.
So-
He doesn't
How
have
many
it all.
bottles of cider should Susan get?
I'm checking. Go ahead, Jay.
I'll try to talk to, I sent an email already, but I'll try to talk to them tomorrow if I don't get something back. And then we'll know exactly what beers we'll have from Golden Valley.
And that will make a difference on the cider?
I think 5 or 6 cases last year of cider, which had 6 cans each.
These are the little boxes that have.
Yeah, it's so huge these days.
6 cases.
6 cases at 16.
Pretty sure I have 2 of those cases.
Are you coming again?
Almost 100, and I think probably we sold most.
So 100 bottles of cider. You wanna add that to the list, Dan? 100 bottles of
Now,
cider.
those are the ones that are different flavors, like tangerine and.
Well, isn't there that place between Sheridan and Willamina, those folks make cider?
Yeah.
We reached out to
Kim's.
Do they have it?
They
in
don't
a
have
keg?
them in bottles.
Well, and we
Not that
reached
they
out
have
to
them in a
Kim.
keg.
I reached out and it wasn't a possibility.
Yeah.
I should try to promote her.
I did.
Well-
We don't want too many different flavors.
No, just hard cider.
I mean, like 2.
Just-
an
Didn't
apple
we
Two.
say
and a-
angry or
Well,
something?
the reason why I'm
Or
saying,
the orchard.
the reason why I'm saying is the little cases of them had different flavors.
That's,
Oh,
but you
the
don't have to.
They had
buy
the
those.
watermelon and
You
the.
don't have to
no.
buy those,
Yeah,
and
just
I
get
wouldn't
one.
Those aren't
recommend them.
manly. Just get like the.
An apple and a blackberry.
Okay,
Okay, did you check your emails or on your text?
Yes, I did.
Did you get those
I
four
am-
pictures?
Yeah, I did.
Angry
yeah.
orchard.
We'll talk
Okay.
about that as soon
Just
as.
wanted to
the-
make sure.
Yeah,
the bottles
yeah,
are-
I think we are set. Is there anything we're missing on this?
What was that? Was that a sneeze?
That was me coughing. Sorry.
oh, and do you need, money boxes?
Money boxes?
Cashiers?
Oh,
Cash
for,
To prevent stealing of money?
yes,
Flying
and,
money with the
oh, so also, I need the tiny notice to be near where you guys are because they're gonna buy it at the food thing.
So you
the
need at
tiny
least one.
sodas will probably
Be
be
between the beer and the
between the
grill.
beer, okay, great.
Cause I
So
have
you
two.
also have the money, do you have two?
I have two.
Great, so she'll provide one for us and one for her.
Well, we
And-
have the cash register.
Itself, a real.
And you
cash.
have a money box for us.
I have two of them.
Okay, we just
Okay,
need.
I just
oh,
think we need one, right? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we just need one.
So are we gonna stick with the same pricing? $5 and $4 was last year. It was 5 and 4, and then the wine will be 3. And I don't know what we're gonna charge for
Italian sodas.
Italian sodas.
Italian sodas, what, like 5 and 3?
I'd say 5 and, yeah.
I don't wanna do.
You don't wanna
50
do
cents.
too, yeah, that sounds
Five
good.
and
The little
three.
one's
$5 and
$3.
5 and 3.
And are you gonna, is there like a menu thingy that we've used before?
Not yet.
Susan has the chalkboard,
But that's not,
Oh.
but that's,
We were talking about the.
right?
yeah, for the Italian sodas and the burgers and
Right.
whatnot is that
Right.
would be on a separate. thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I
So
got,
Are we gonna do pizza, or we've kind of gone back and forth?
I think if you guys are doing burgers and
Dogs. with
then
dogs.
just
Okay.
no, don't do pizza. because
Okay,
just
so
add-
you are doing hamburgers then?
Yeah.
So, and I can reach out to my friends who have some other nonprofits, if you want me to see if I can get one more nonprofit to do pizza.
I
Short
think if a
notice.
nonprofit shows up and does pizza, that'd be great.
Okay, I'll see if I can't reach out to one or two.
Yep, especially if they know it's 9 to 9.
Right, okay,
No,
I'll see if I-
11 tonight. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
11 to
it's-
9.
11 and 9.
11 to 9.
One
I
of the
wish.
churches actually reached out to me, they're gonna take over the breakfast. So they're
Oh,
looking to do
yay,
food.
that's nice.
Which one?
Well, they're not, because it's too late.
Oh.
But that means they're interested in doing food. I don't know if they have capacity, but if somebody reaches out to me, I can double check my emails and find out who it is.
yeah, because again, it's just reselling pizza. I mean, they just need to man a booth.
Right.
Could you text Matt for that?
I probably could,
I know it's hard.
I could. If I
I'm giving
don't,
that to you, Ann.
okay, well, okay.
Email's better, but yes. that'll-
Okay, well then I'll email you.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm sure I have your email, my stuff.
Booster's not doing pizza,
everybody has Matt's email.
Yeah,
and.
yeah, I mean, and literally, Booster emailed me last night. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. And can I?
Okay.
oh,
Have
I-
my son-in-law called you? Huh?
I
Have my
mean-
son-in-law call you about picking up the, and the pizza room?
Half the time I get people.
That's how it works. It's just 21st.
You're gonna come to his farm with me to do the grill,
Depends on when we're doing it,
just pick a time.
Well,
We
you
can
need
do
to
that
put time
afterwards.
there.
Yeah.
We'll need to coordinate, we'll figure it out.
we'll just cut the lot, man.
I have guts and people who use them, and that's not me.
Your
You're
mom?
gonna find out, you'll let us know
Your mom?
what Lisa says about.
Yes,
Friday.
I've already,
Okay.
Brad and her.
Okay, great.
So I think, for me, Wednesday morning would be the best to do the food and the tents,
You're gonna wait
if you want me.
to come
Okay.
look at the grills
Oh,
and stuff,
wow.
you're gonna wait till Wednesday?
No, no, no,
To get
the tent we're talking about, the tent.
Well,
We're
the
talking-
tent and
The tent and the
the
grill
grill,
is
they're
the
at the same
Same
place.
location.
Can you, nothing this weekend?
This weekend I will
I'm
be
not-
home all weekend.
And the hot dog thingy.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
And the
Anyone
hot dog
else
roll.
willing to go check out a grill and tents with me
Mm-mm.
this weekend?
I'll be gone.
Sorry, we'll figure it out.
I can do it on Sunday if
You
you,
feel the love.
if Sunday works, I can do Sunday.
Yeah, so
Well,
weekends
I'm doing
work.
I'm doing the citywide cleanup this weekend, so. it's not
That's
like
Saturday.
a Bid date.
Yeah, and
Would you
we're,
pick up a tent from, would you pick one up from you?
That's Saturday.
I will see what he's got.
I'll be there Sunday. I'll be working on the farm. We're working on the campground, so
Okay.
I will be on property. Just text me when you're coming, so I'll be prepared.
All right, Ashton, you and I can work that out.
Got it.
I guess
Okay,
I could do Monday
so-
afternoon.
Do you need my sandwich boards? They're pretty heavy, but,
sandwich
I've got
boards?
two of them.
That
Yes.
would be
yes.
great, yes. we
and you can
use-
paint on them, whatever
Is
you
it
want.
chalk or paint or?
It's painted, they're painted on each side, and they have a little handle that you can carry them.
Perfect.
But,
When?
if you're not gonna paint on them, then you could use something and staple it,
How
or,
can I get this from you?
I can bring, do you want them early?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're gonna be running.
what's
this?
tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday?
Tomorrow's Friday.
Okay, I can,
Let's talk after.
Okay.
See, we'll coordinate.
I can put them in front of my garage and you can pick them up whenever you want.
Yeah, I would bring them.
Plastic,
I would love to
big,
put out
heavy plastic ones.
a I would agree. I'd love to have some like beer garden signs. We need price signs, like we can,
Oh,
and like, here's the start of the line signs, like, what are you gonna put on them? Anything? Or are they just garden? Anyway, we'll talk about it.
well, I have a chalkboard and an easel.
Yeah.
You can use for the food.
Well, you're doing that for yours.
Well, I've got a tabletop thing,
With the drinks and stuff.
well, I've got a tabletop thing that you can dry erase.
Okay.
So you can either use that or we can use it.
Okay.
I think the food
I
is
think
more.
the sandwich boards just help to communicate to people, so someone doesn't have to walk around everywhere saying you can't leave with it, like, if we have
Right.
it on the sandwich board.
And
If
I
the
could,
weather's fine, then we can just use like
Oh,
a.
yeah, no beer past this point.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
like I said, you
Beer
can paint
garden,
on.
no beer leaving here.
No alcohol.
Alcohol.
A big
Beer, I've
word.
got a cider.
Beer's
Let's drink
something you
Yeah,
alcohol
but we
on
have
premise.
cider. So they say, yeah, but cider's not beer. I can leave the
No.
dish.
Alcohol.
It's a good accent, I like that. Thanks, Pete. All right.
Do we need any other coordination? How do you feel? What do we? where
And
we
we're all gonna be there for cleanup?
I think we're set.
Yeah, really, last year it was.
Okay, I'll work on the volunteers. I think we should, just coordinate if as needed.
If you're looking for volunteers, a good point would be to come to tomorrow night's meeting, because I swear to goodness, I just can't remember right now, there's a lot. But some people say, well, if there's a section I can help with, I'd like to help.
Anna, are you able to make?
I
that
can do
meeting?
tomorrow night.
Okay, great. So
Yeah.
we need evening people and we need,
Send her
well,
a message.
Yeah,
Send
yeah,
out the
email me
email
what we
and-
need.
And then you have the exact times that they need and they can sign up right there.
Is it
Okay.
still 6, Matt?
Yeah.
Tomorrow night?
Yep, 7 o'clock's after party.
okay, great. Okay, good. I think we're good on this. Yes, yes, you feel good?
I
Okay,
feel
great.
great.
And then, very quickly, Lucy was sending me pictures of where we're at so far with the sign.
Oh, sweet.
Good.
So I will tell you that, let me get on that thing, because I thought you could maybe make that big,
Sweet.
TK. The first picture is the backboard of the 2 big signs.
I can't.
The
see.
second one is when he was doing designs of how he wanted to do
What's
the
that
arrows
for?
and the fingers.
The
And he
fingers.
decided that the fire truck
Oh,
on the very
I get
bottom, he's gonna substitute fire station with an arrow with the fire truck. And he's not charging anything extra, so he'll have a fish for the fishing pond that he changed out, and he'll have a fire truck. And then the very last one is a cutout of the fire truck.
I
and the
see
fish
it.
and the
That's
other
really
signs.
cute. You guys can pass it down if you want to. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh,
And
thank
he
you.
said his wife, because I said,
How much are
you know, I
these
wanted
now?
something by
10
tonight, and
cases.
he said to
Now
me
what, the size of the
that,
case, 12?
I'm sorry I didn't get as much done the last 2 days. My wife had to get a cast on her leg
No,
on
Coors
Tuesday.
Light.
I was falling,
And then light,
so I've
just
been doing
2
some mom and
of
dad
those,
duties
like,
for the last few days. This weekend is going to see, get
We
it
can
finished.
go.
And if he can, he will have it installed by Wednesday or Thursday of next week.
Yeah, just have to tell me
That's
what
another
time.
easy
Right.
one. And he works on Mount Cody Donuts, sorry.
Oh, Okay, the
Sorry,
IPA.
finish. No, you finish.
These are
gonna be
the,
the
this is the
Did he
case.
ask
yeah,
you
and
to
not the
have him
second.
incorporate a Bigfoot somewhere, even if it's a little one?
I don't know if I did that or
Can
not.
you do that, even if it's just a little one?
Someone's gotta be driving the fire truck.
Oh, yeah.
Bigfoot.
Yes.
Bigfoot's gotta be driving the fire truck.
Did you see on Facebook?
That was supposed to be a joke.
No, it's perfect.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You have to have a
if it
big-
wouldn't be
you have to
on the
drive a fire
truck, I would have to do it on the
I knew
garden,
that was
like
gonna
he's in there
happen
eating.
We know,
because
yes.
they started to
Yeah.
introduce it into their things. Well, because we weren't strong enough about it.
Yeah, that's even better.
We
Okay, great.
needed
So
to
he
be
knows
really
how-
No,
strong
he doesn't,
about
but I
Bigfoot.
Love and wonderful,
I
really
won't
would
mind
like
us-
it in
they get-
before
they get-
Friday.
Yeah.
Great.
You know what I'm
Did
saying?
everybody know that Willa
Because when
Minor
I-
uses Bigfoot?
That's what Susan was just saying.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they just started that, I think, and so
They
I'm,
copied us?
Definitely, we did.
No, they were way ahead of us.
no, because we wait too long to decide
Yes, we
things.
do. And they took up on it and they did it. They
You
did the
bet.
findings.
I was talking about Bigfoot when we were at the Ford Foundation
Yeah.
and saying Sheridan
Last
should
time
do.
for Homewood comments?
Anything else?
Yes, I do. I have something.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, Willamina gets
So,
on things.
I had a gentleman come in my office, you guys have been talking about banners, I multitask a lot. This is for somebody, if they want to take it, an example of banners that used to be in Sheridan.
Wow.
And if somebody wants to take this, we used to, I had to trigger my mind and think about it. But these used to be hanging up in Sheridan, two different, remember we were talking about banners?
Right.
So this kind of shows you the material, the banner, and the way it was done. This young man, his name is Kyle Headings. He happened to find a few of these and he wanted to know if I wanted it. And I said, no, take it to the revitalization because down the road, we might want to think about doing, and this kind of gives the example, instead of playing up the bridge, I think we should play up the water and the fish and the breeze. But this is just an idea of what they used to kind of have. So this is actually an old one that they did have, so if somebody wants to take that, when you're in the mood to get a banner, you can have it and keep it to make you think. I'm looking at you, Boy Scout.
I mean, you sure
And
your
Kyle
brother doesn't want
Headings.
to the museum?
And Kyle, well, I don't know if they gave one or not, I think he had more than one.
Yeah.
And Kyle Headings is the grandson of Larry Hamilton, who lives somewhere down by you where that cluster of junk is. Well, Larry used to own that place before that.
Look at a cluster of junk and.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, and
Okay.
also
Yes.
have a quick,
Yes.
somebody asked me today the status of the murals in town, like the older ones. Are they gonna be repainted over or are they gonna get reinvigorated?
It really depends on the property owners, like, those
Okay.
guys don't necessarily want the same old one on it, they might wanna have a choice of doing something, meaning, sorry.
The pharmacy.
Drugstore, yeah.
Oh,
Pharmacy.
it's the pharmacy owner that would
Yes,
determine.
The building
Okay.
owner gets to
Yeah.
determine the
Okay,
artwork.
I will
Yeah.
tell them.
So,
that.
and the main issue with the older ones has been finding someone who will do the exact same one,
Exact style.
exact style, all of that. It would need to be under Shannon Ray. She can't do it physically, so it would need to be finding another artist that would be willing to do an exact copy of someone else's.
Or work with Shannon.
Yeah, it would
Okay.
have to be
It's tutelage.
completely redone
Okay.
because the paint is old.
Okay.
So it would have to be
Yeah,
completely redone.
that's the one they were asking about is the pharmacy.
Last time I checked with the owner, they wanted the option to look at something
New.
different.
Okay,
And it was like a ongoing conversation.
okay, I
Yeah.
will, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. Good meeting. We got a lot to still do. Did you have anything to say? You just wanted to join?
Sorry.
Poor Russ.
Sorry, your time's up.
Yeah.
No, I just,
Start the music now.
I didn't know what to expect. I just saw that she was talking about the place I was going to be hanging out for the day. And thought
Yeah.
it was
So you're gonna be running the musicians? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I'll bring the equipment.
Okay,
and
okay.
set up and I'll be walking around, I guess I'll be looking for shade. Once I see my screen.
So the tent will not work for the trailer.
There's
The trailer's too smaller than.
The trailer is smaller than my tent.
Oh, so maybe 2 10 by 10s? Is that what
It's
Well,
8 by.
We've used it somewhere else
Oh.
where we've used a pop-ups that we put on it. I think
You have to
one
figure
row of
out.
legs were on the trailer and one row of legs went on some picnic tables at the front of the trailer. Well, depending on where the sun is, where we want those tables.
All right, I
I
think
don't
we're
think we
officially
have anything
adjourned
like
though,
that.
and we have some more coordinating to do, but
We can talk.
Anyone that wants to stay for coordination like Susan,
Fair.
let's stay. Everyone else, we're good to go. Thank you very much.
You gotta cut out that one that I said about.
we'll see you there.